Hola amigos del canal, aquí estamos una vez más con Geralt de Rivia. Estamos a puntito ya de cambiar de zona, de por fin irnos a Skellige, bueno, Skellige, o como se pronuncie. Ya tengo ganas porque la verdad es que se me ha hecho un poco largo esta estancia en Novigrado, muchas misiones, una ciudad muy grande, muchos eventos, muchas misiones principales, muchas partidas de win sobre todo. Pero bueno, había que hacerlo todo. Ya sabéis que a mí me gusta dejar limpias las zonas antes de pasar a una nueva, porque es de lo que el fundamento de estos juegos de rol, no dejar nada sin explorar, no dejar misiones sin hacer, para así poder tener el máximo de equipo posible, acumular el máximo experiencia posible y pues eso, poder jugar todo el contenido del juego. Bueno, pues por aquí ya solo nos queda una misión, que es la de Cabaret, que podamos hacer. Luego tenemos secundario de Cabaret, y aquí ya partiremos seguramente a Skellige. Bueno, luego tenemos estas que son ya de nivel un poquito más alto, que tendremos que volver. Esta es en Skellige de nivel 13, tirando de hilo también es en las islas de Skellige. Coleccionarlas todas. Esta es para completar todas las cartas que hay jugando con la gente. Win viejos amigos la tendremos que completar más adelante, porque hay que jugar contra Lambert, que nos está esperando en Jamón. Ve a Faro y busca Jamón. Vale, pues lo encontraremos por allí, porque Lambert está ligado a esta otra misión, a tirando de hilo, entonces lo encontraremos allí. Imagino que podemos jugar allí con él y completaremos Win viejos amigos. Prácticas de alquimia avanzada también es en las islas de Skellige. Tenemos que encontrar a un herbolista, a un alquimista que nos enseñará pociones de nivel alto. Y contratos de brujo pues tenemos por estas zonas de Novigrado, pero son todas, como veis, de nivel muy alto. De momento no salen en rojo. Estas a lo mejor las podíamos hacer, pero bueno, las vamos a dejar un poquito más para adelante, que estemos justos de nivel. A nivel 20 vendremos e intentaremos hacer alguna. Búsquedas de tesoro, pues lo mismo, son ya para nivel alto. Y completadas, pues como veis, tengo un montón completadas. Y fracasadas tenemos documentos falsos que, aunque yo hice bien la misión y no se murió el primo o el cuñado o el sobrino o el tío o el pariente del que nos mandó la misión, pues no me daba la opción en el coloquio con él, en el diálogo con él. Solo me salía la opción de decirle que su tío o su cuñado había muerto y tal, y el tío se cabreó y me la dio como fallida. Yo creo que es un bug, porque en ningún momento durante la misión murió. O sea, maté a todos los ghouls sin que mataran al gacho, pero cuando fui a entregarla pues me dijo que había muerto. Por lo tanto, es más, recuerdo que cuando acabé de matar a todos los ghouls me acerqué a hablar con él y me mandó eso: ve a hablar con, toma el dinero del pago por el contrato y ve a hablar con mi lo que sea, con mi familiar, que te dará los documentos. Entonces yo hablé con él y no murió, pero bueno, me la dio como fallida, como fracasada. Entonces pues yo imagino que eso será algún tipo de bug que tiene. Bueno, con respecto a los bugs que se han mencionado, otros bugs que hay por ahí, de por ejemplo de la experiencia, que hay algunas misiones que no dan experiencia, las secundarias o tal, deciros que yo por ahora lo llevo controlado y no me he encontrado con el bug. Todas las misiones que esto me están dando experiencia, creo yo, pero bueno, lo iremos observando. Llevo 1310. Eso sí, se me ha hecho muy largo subir estos niveles. Con tanta misión he subido muy poco, pero bueno, igual es que es eso, que se me ha bugado alguna y no me ha dado la experiencia y no me he dado cuenta. Pero bueno, que yo me haya percatado, no creo que me haya sucedido ese bug. No le ocurre a todo el mundo, solo ocurre a algunos usuarios en PC y en PlayStation. Pero bueno, por lo demás tampoco me estoy encontrando muchos bugs de mejora, la verdad. Ni gráficos, ni bueno, una misión que había aquí, una misión que había por aquí, por esta zona de aquí, que había unos tíos aporreando una puerta y no se me activaba ninguna misión cuando pasaba por ahí cerca ni cuando hablaba con nadie. Pero luego me pasó lo mismo con otra misión que había por aquí, de unos cazadores de brujas que estaban golpeando una puerta, y sí que se me activó. Igual que pasaba aquí, estaban golpeando una puerta que querían entrar, me acerqué a ellos y se inició una escena de combate con ellos. Los maté, me dieron una llave que tampoco sé para qué sirve, pero bueno. Por lo demás no encontré así ningún otro bug. Bueno, ahora que recuerdo encontré a un aldeano que parecía un maniquí que andaba así todo tieso. No me acuerdo dónde fue, en un pueblo, pero luego más adelante volví a pasar y el individuo andaba normal, o sea, caminaba, no iba deslizándose como un espectro por el aire con las manos abiertas, pero vamos, es el único así que he podido encontrar. Sé que está habiendo muchas críticas, la gente, yo creo que son un poco... no sé, la gente que se aburre y no tiene de qué hablar y prefiere echar mierda sobre el juego, pues no sé. Cada uno tendrá sus motivos. A mí la verdad que el juego me está pareciendo fabuloso. O sea, único. Parece de lo mejorcito que he visto en mucho tiempo. Bueno, vamos a ver. Este ya ha montado aquí, nuestro amigo Jasker, el chiringuito. Bueno. No están tan buenas como el de Farsifolia, pero... podemos decir que estas son de segundo nivel. Me extraña también que no se haya activado ninguna misión con alguna de las chicas. Es que aquella de la sucubo se me ha hecho raro. Yo pensé que alguna misión se nos descubriría en alguno de los clubs con alguna chica pues que no estaba justo trabajando, que quería encontrar a su familia o alguna cosa así. Bueno, vamos a ver. Vamos a hablar con Jasker.
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Este sí que tan entera como siempre, igual que el resto de títulos de la saga. Sus vestiditos morados, lilas, rosados.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own
Y tan hortera como siempre.
A bit of paint and plaster, and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch. I need coin. So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ekamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
Where do you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years. Ever since we went to see one in
Un poco
Oxford.
putero sí que es.
Remember? The dancer hanging from the chandelier? And once she was completely downside up, she called you over and...
I remember.
How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise.
Pues anda que no tienes que hacer
That
reformas.
is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for some remodeling.
Vamos a ver.
How can I help you?
I dated this girl once, Sophronia. That's a name if you can believe it. Has a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zeracania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Claro.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return?
¿Ves? Es un jeta. Un tío.
You know, I bought that wine for a
Putañero,
reason.
como dicen ellos.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why I need to draw on your authority. You've got some, you know, no matter what you might think.
O sea, quiere que vaya ya a pedirle pasta a la tía que dejó tirada
Got a
para abrir
feeling
un
you've a
puticlub.
plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan.
Claro.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Arena, one of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Let's say I agree and go see Madame Arena. What will you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
fine, but...
Geralt, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Irina and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
Old man Newman left
Este aún quiere simular un...
What? He never...
Zoltan.
Get out.
Nice talking to you, Zoltan. See you later.
I need a rest.
Un putañero. Un putañero.
What's he schemed up this time?
Vamos para allá.
Black ones,
Venga, estas que están por la calle son más majas que las que tienes en el banco.
Not good.
Más simpático.
Right. Look awfully suspicious to me, trap. The second sword, is it in case the first one breaks?
On your way. Ah, so good to see you.
You and Dudu know each other well?
Yes, though he's never told me much about himself. He was a merchant once?
Dudu always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably too honest to succeed in Novigrad, though.
Precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he changes his appearance, the good in him will always emerge. Bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins. He played them so poorly. That must be why. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or ghost of the old king.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My, whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Well,
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
so good.
Esta no juega nada, no.
Take care.
Hay que volver a hablar con todos porque... alguno puede ser que juegue a Win. Dudu no está por aquí. No. Con Dudu quiero hablar también. Sí, tiene pinta de que juega a Win.
Don't know who you're looking
Oh, that worked out quite the
for. Let
appetite.
us live, eh? You're late in advance of snapping the muck to the working man. Whoa! What a killer!
Bueno. Pues si no está por aquí, nosotros nos vamos.
Nowadays, one knows so majestic.
Help! Save me! I'm dying!
No, esto sí.
God, let it Oi there! I know who burned the hunter's
No. Hay un herrero, ese que está aquí al lado del banco.
By order of the hierarch, whosoever conceals a mage in their home shall put it alongside.
Vamos a la mansión. A ver qué treta tiene
Oh.
montada este. Veis, para sacarle la pasta a la tía. A ver, esta es la zona.
finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit.
Esto digo yo.
I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none. Written your lines already,
You've written what?
so you know what to say during the performance. Here, and your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
Madre mía.
stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Tremble, flaxen-haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves.
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
Qué pinta.
No, not the Crimson Avenger.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born. On guard! I've been hit! Ow!
To the house, quickly! He shan't get us there! Eternal fire, what do you want from us? Leave us be!
This rogue will soon run off. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't chance getting caught by the guards. Would he?
Is there a land where I might find more of your kind?
Vamos a ver si ha funcionado. Madre mía. Medio espadazo le pega. Cuidado que el crío me mete con el palo. Que te meto. Ven aquí. A este le vamos a pegar por esto. Me deja pegarlo.
God, the root was gone for me.
Que te meto. Los guardias no, que nos meten ellos a nosotros. Mejor no tocar. Venga, vamos, corre, corre.
Got my eye on you.
Hola, guapa.
Olga one. You can see it in your
Un poco temprano para trabajar, ¿no?
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peach. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
What are our choices?
Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor. Promised to let us know his choice as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion is like. Geralt, you've known him longer. Say something.
Sure, I've known him longer, but he's never so much as changed his socks for me. Never mind commissioning a full-blown renovation. He's doing this for you, clearly. You should decide.
I associate boudoirs with a feminine elegance that also has an edge. Claws, you might say. That fits a cabaret perfectly.
A wonderful choice it is. At last. Gentlemen, you're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Ahora no tendrás dinero, ya verás.
Well, well. Guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
Are we talking about the same Dandelion? Man who loses a fortune worth half of Novigrad in one night?
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
Ya te digo yo. Algo ha hecho.
Redanians, long as they
Algo ha
play
hecho.
and don't hit.
Vamos a buscar a tío, ya es que... Alguna liado por ahí. ¿Se la gastan putas o...? O la han robado, le han dado el palo.
The storm, damn it.
Mages have set the hunter's house aflame. They seek the furthest.
Open up!
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiancé. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've gotta help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
Mira quién habla de capullo.
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait, do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
How would you know she keeps a spare key around here?
It's not as if we started working together yesterday. Before Polly joined forces with Hubio,
You'd visit her? Often?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme. They worked on the dance numbers. I composed.
So, Polly's not one of your...
I never mix business and pleasure.
The one exception being Priscilla.
Who you were just saying is worried about us. So enough of the chatter, and start looking.
Fine. Let's find the key.
Damn it. Now where would she leave?
The key.
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Sod off, or I'll split your skull.
Este va a haber que darle un par de minutos.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right?
Se ha acojonado.
Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
Vaya culo le está
So,
metiendo.
what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say... coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Suppose. In that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you.
Voy a media teta por ahí.
Never expected that to go so well.
You handled it well, Dandelion. Man was body in your hands once you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
Who's Rotlick?
Never heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
Madre mía, es que las texturas son buenísimas de este juego.
I'll go see Rotlick. You head back to the Rosemary,
muy buenas.
where Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
No, said
Lo
that
que
for
no
the
me
hell
gusta
of
es
it.
el efecto que le
Tell
están
me
dando
where he
últimamente a los
lives.
juegos de ropa mojada,
Portside.
que le ponen
See you
ese
soon.
brillo para que parezca empapada y no me gusta a mí cómo acaba de quedar.
God damn this weather.
Bueno, sabía yo que una misión tranquila no iba a haber. Aquí, a hostias.
Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halflings in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
Take what you want. I'm just here for some placards.
You deaf? Didn't you hear me? This is all mine now. Fuck off, freak.
Bueno, lo que me ha llamado.
And here I thought we'd resolve this
Bueno,
peacefully. Bad idea.
mutant. Don't know how much Rotling owes you, but everything in this house is mine. Want to get something back? Try the Vagelbud estate. Rotling's losing his last crowns at the races, I wager. Now get the hell out of here.
Buen todo.
Must like them.
Espérate, a ver dónde está esto, que esto tiene pinta de estar lejos. Ya te digo. Creo que es donde fue el baile, ¿no? Creo.
Seems you're a considerable sum in the red, but you shan't back out of the account, eh?
Won't have much of a choice before long.
Come now, old sport. We can't allow that.
Watch where you step.
Would I wager it then, eh? This watch it, peasant.
Wondering if I could take part in the races.
If you've coined for the rider's fee and a steed of your own, why not? Decide quickly, please. There's a race about to begin.
I want a race.
Grand, your name and the name of your steed.
Geralt de Rivia, on Roach.
Excellent. Your opponent, let me see. Seamus Holt astride Athos.
Bueno, una carrerita. Vamos a ver si se da bien. Hace días que no corremos una carrera.
Competitors, saddle up! On 3! 1, 2, 3! Off you go!
Won't let them boss you around, eh? Whitehead.
Ever eaten tree bark? Me, split it.
Hear ye, hear ye! The final of the Erasmus Vagelbud Memorial Derby is...
¿Está?
Not bad, yet we shouldn't kid ourselves. The competition was hardly stiff. Shall I sign you up for another?
Like to race again.
Excellent, don't go anywhere, we'll start soon. Your opponent this time, Viscount Roma astride Caniculus. The Viscount races incognito, so I must ask for your discretion. Competitors, saddle up! On 3! 1, 2, 3! Off you go! You lost by a nose. Shall I sign you up for another?
Like to race again.
Excellent. Don't go anywhere. We'll start soon. Your opponent this time... The Viscount races...
Cachis en la madre, he perdido por capullo.
Competitors, saddle up! On 3! 1, 2, 3! Off you go!
You'll not find much to
Imposible perder, lo hacen bien, coño. Estoy muy empanado.
Move it!
Me jodas.
You lost by... Shall...
Like to play.
The...
Perdiendo dinero aquí a lo tonto.
Competitors, saddle up! On 3!
Me ha
1,
vuelto a pasar lo mismo.
2,
Me he ido fuera.
Off you go!
Come on.
Quita en medio. Por apurar tanto en la curva me voy fuera. Ya se queda el caballo parado, como ahí. De ponerte así y no dejar de pasar. Que ahora no la cago. He sido en esta curva. Espérate, ahora se me para el choro.
Hear ye, hear ye. The final of the Erasmus Vegelbart Memorial Derby is over.
Not so fast, Roach.
Vale.
Bravo. Congratulations, you won in style. Shall I sign you up for another?
Want to try again?
Gained an appetite, have we? Your opponent this time, Luke Vegelbud, young Lord Albert's cousin, a top succubus. He's the black sheep of the family, but he's not lost a race yet, so he's seen as something of a local champion. Competitors!
Forjar de 70, las tengo de 100 creo. Sí.
Saddle up! On 3! 1, 2, 3! Off you go!
Casi me voy por lo que no. Queda. Estoy yendo bien, ¿no? No sé, el tío se ha quedado atrás. Por ahí. Joder, pues lo he dejado súper atrás, Casi me pasa lo mismo que antes. Hostia, ¿dónde está la meta? Aguanta, sardinilla.
Hear ye, hear ye. The final of the Erasmus Vegelbart Memorial Derby is over. The winner is Geralt of Rivia, riding Roach. Glory to the victor! Fantastic race! Congratulations! A grand victory! Is there a land where I might find more of your kind?
A ver, venga, actualízate. ¿Se actualiza? Está bugueada.
Geralt of Rivia. Got it right.
What do you want?
To express my admiration on account of your victory. And here, brought you an invitation from the boss. He'd like to congratulate you personally. Farewell.
Una carta. Bueno, pero yo estaba haciendo cabaret. Yo estaba haciendo el cabaret.
Youth these days, hair-brained, all of them.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art. At your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. But tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
I've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
You are that good a rider?
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
These days, hair-brained, all
Another drifter in from Temeria.
It's gotten so I'm afraid to see the search. Never know when they're...
No, falló. No te salgas en la curva,
Not so fast, Roach.
Pues ya está.
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time. Just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
¿Qué mierda es esta de 35 y es magistra? Vale. Sardinilla lo llamo y no viene.
Whitehead like a miller's son.
Come on.
Vamos a ver.
Oh, just smear ash on their lips first. That's why it don't hurt. No, soap too. You can try it at home.
Those sadists seem to change their name now to non-human hunters.
Point one. Take a gander over here.
Top notch.
Show me what you have in stock. So long.
Springtime roads wet with rain, the sun bright and warming our hearts.
Sacabuche, mierda. Si sacabuche no puede estar en la casa. Está dentro de su guarida. ¿Dónde se entra la guarida de sacabuche? A ver si me acuerdo. Si el nene atraviesa la pared.
Are you a wizard?
They ought to never let your kind in.
What am I to do now?
Be a foot chewing on big.
A ver, vamos a entrar a la guarida.
Thanks for the invite.
Congratulations. Quite a winner, the Vagel Buds. Luke's one hell of a prick, but I don't recall him ever losing before. And seeing as you outran him, you actually stand a chance at Paleo. Make some real coin.
Paleo? Never heard of it.
Fuck me, what a peasant. The Paleo's a race held at night in the city streets. Used to be every district sponsored a competitor. Things are different now. You're gonna race jockeys put forward by Bedlam and Reuven, but my coin's on you.
Fine, I'll race.
Lovely. Colour me thrilled. Just don't bloody let me down, because I'm about to bet a small fortune on you. Go prepare. Drink some chamomile or whatever the fuck you do.
Bueno, esta no la puedo perder. Si no sacabuche este me corta el cuello.
Paleo is above all a race of honor. The winner doesn't just win a reward, he earns our respect as well. So, take your positions and get the fuck going.
Vale, tengo que controlar bien la fatiguita, No veis que lleva el mejor caballo. Capullo. Bueno, ahora no puedo cagarla, No sé cuánto quedará para la meta.
Cleaver had a good hunt recruiting you. Congratulations.
Come on now.
Bien, Pepe, bien.
Give us a kiss, Geralt. No? Then I'll smooch that roach of yours. That were lovely.
And my pay?
Take it, you cheeky bastard. Never met a man who earned his coin fairer than you did today.
Temple Guard! Scatter!
We gotta get the fuck out of here. Thanks, Geralt.
Tejeras de carreras. Vámonos de aquí.
That's it, Roach.
Where you going?
Mug like that won't get you a copper. It's to be sweat enough.
We can go in here. My place.
Zoltan?
Geralt.
Nice talking to you, Zoltan. See you later.
Bueno, parece que la cosa mejora un poquito.
Well, well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
No, not all. But I'd imagine something more, you know, more theatrical.
Don't you like him? But I thought a boudoir would be right in line with your tastes.
Oh, you chose it. Well, I'm not saying it's bad, just different. Not exactly what I'd envisaged. You know, now that I think about it, you're absolutely right. A boudoir's the perfect setting for a cabaret.
Qué pelotas.
What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
What about choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Premier will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time.
No nos vamos a beneficiar nosotros a piscina.
One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Ugh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the Cloak and the Dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am?
No te la has ventilado. Joder, por lo fea que era la pobre.
She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time, you know.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla! She's...
Speak, man!
She's badly hurt. Been attacked. They took her to Volmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course. Let's go.
Salgo de una que me mete en otra. Bueno, a ver qué pasa.
Gods. Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
Well, I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe caustic fluid.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor.
Claro que sí, hombre.
Find the bastard who did this. Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike...
¿Quién será?
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morning star, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Okay. Venga.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers? Travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Vamos, come on.
Mm-hmm. Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard to enter the sewers, alas, to no avail. So I took matters into my own hands.
At no charge. Damned.
Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
16, cuidadito. Ya estamos. ¿Qué quieres? ¿Me vas a pillar?
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count. Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Human, wrong body type. Human, wrong body type. Let's keep looking. Looks like necrophage has got to this one. Looks like necrophage has got to this one.
Espérate un momento.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood?
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like
Lo han dejado bonito.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
Vale. Está hecho un Cristo el hombre.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience?
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
Yeah.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard, right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
And a different sense of humor.
Las pelotas.
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation
¿Quién ha
to
podido
the
hacer
matter.
esto? No lo sé.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Sure of one thing. This was punishment.
Even the witch hunters don't engage in this kind of torture. What sin could possibly merit it?
Only the murderer knows that. And it's the key to finding him. Or her. It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy. but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
Ya no lo encontramos en el
Lifelong
muelle.
learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirates was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Who are these people?
Bueno.
I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Vaya, vaya.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Delighted especially in torturing
Bueno,
women.
pues ya tenemos un voluntario.
Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Bueno, pues vamos a dejar aquí el vídeo por ahora. Continuaremos con esta misión para el siguiente. Espero que os haya gustado, que os hayáis divertido. Recordaros que darle al like y compartirlo con vuestros amigos para que también puedan disfrutar del vídeo. Y si tenéis cualquier duda o pregunta sobre este juego o sobre cualquier otro, podéis dejarme cualquier sugerencia, pregunta o lo que queráis en la cajita de comentarios, que yo os la contestaré rápidamente, lo más rápido que pueda. Bueno, como siempre, un placer estar con vosotros y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo, chicos. Un saludo.